morning, good morning. Oh. I got something in from Trash Day that I think is going to work for part of the back wall, which is great because on the Mini Coupe, I'm thinking out loud here. Because I'm running out of lumber, and some of the pieces I really shouldn't be ripping. Some of them are okay too, but you know, I can't make everything that tiny. But there was something out there that was just the right width, and I'm not happy that it, you know, it will look like junk, but it's actually in really good shape. And when I have the siding over it, it'll be fine because it won't be seen. And then on the bottom, because it's not like the full length, on the bottom I can make something that flips down, so that I can pull the tray out and get that cleaned periodically. I'll show you that when I'm done. But apparently I need to make more creamer. Oh, and you know, since I've been asked to make the more cookies, banana bread, and lemon blueberry bread, I will plan on, and I'm getting my costs around. I think, so how I make this creamer is I reuse the container, and I use 1 can of this condensed milk. I've called it evaporated milk in the past, so it's condensed, sweetened condensed milk. It's basically cream and sugar, milk and sugar, and condensed. A lot of sugar. So it has to be watered down with 1 can of water, but I put it in a bowl of really hot water. Take the label off, put it in a bowl of really hot water. Usually one of these old containers from underneath my compost bin. And then I'll cover that up and just let it absorb the heat, and it'll melt the stuff on the inside so that I can actually pour it into here. But of course this needs to be rinsed out. I have been doing some late night snacking that I really probably should not be doing. I don't mean late, but it's like, you know, after 6. Oh, shit. I hate it when I do that. Oh, yeah. I made a mess. Now I need to try to clean it up. I waited too long. I know. There's all kinds of grounds and all kinds of stuff that's wanting to come out of there. Yep. heck of a morning. But I went ahead and I ordered the stuff to make the banana bread, the lemon blueberry bread, and sugar cookies. I got all of my current costs calculated for the banana bread, including the cellophane and the wrap and the labels. And I was looking yesterday at what is it, labeling machines, to see if it would just be more cost effective to buy a labeling machine and the thermal paper and whatnot, and I'm currently not saying that that's the case. But it would be more convenient, so that way, if I am making lemon blueberry bread, I can just go ahead and, you know, put the ingredients on there, and also the thermal label. It includes barcodes. I can use it for shipping. I can. It'll add like the ingredients and then like the calories. So that kind of that's really kind of cool. I'm gonna pour this in here. Right in there. Oh, that's hot. Fill this up the rest of the way. Let it do its thing. What can I cover this with? I use my little cutting board. That'll work. I still have a coffee mess here to clean up. But it's going to be a little bit cooler today, which is nice. So I should be able to, honestly, as long as I don't interrupt myself, I should be able to get the front and back of the coupe done. I only have 4 hinges, and right now I can only find 1. So I know they're around here somewhere. I know that they're around here somewhere because I had them just not too long ago. But when when I have stuff out and then I'm constantly either cleaning up because there's somebody coming to look at the house, or there's a lot of grounds in that. Or because it's raining outside. It's been raining a lot. It seems like we had like a week of cold. It was like really cold, like winter jacket cold. And then we had like 2 weeks of rain. Now we have a week of hot. Like 35-degree temperature change. Just ridiculous. But it's okay. It's actually been feeling like pretty good sun. It doesn't feel like it's, and I'm not getting burnt, so that's good. I'm actually not really even getting tan lines because of these little straps, which is kind of nice too. Maybe a little bit. Oh, that's right. Now I have grounds in my coffee too. So now I get to strain it. Here's my little strainer. Here it is. Oh, this is going to be messy. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Ugh. That's a lot of grounds. Oh, I don't want to do that. Move it on there. Almost Anyway, so hopefully later today, I'll get the chicken coop mostly finished, and oh, I gotta put the roller on too, so I gotta tip that backwards. And I really should see if I could find some kind of knobs or something. I may have given all the knobs away, or some handles, so that I can lean it back, have something to grab onto to lean it back with. Ugh, this is just a mess. Oh, that's just a mess. All right, I need to finish cleaning it because there's grounds all over in this coffee machine. And then maybe get the breads started, breads and cookies, and then I'll get a hold of the golf course to let them know, and I got to finish my prices, my costs. Should come up with prices, and see if the same price will work for all of the items that, you know, like at least those 3 basic core items. It's a good selection, you know, banana, lemon, blueberry, and sugar cookie. I think the thermal printer, especially if I get a barcode on it, but I suppose, well, I can do it without the barcode, but then I also, if I did a barcode, I would also have to allow the establishments to be able to scan it. I'm sure that they probably have a way of doing that. They probably get new products in all the time. The cost, though, will it? I was adding up the cost for the equipment just to, you know, just to bake with, just to make the cookies and the breads and all the stuff. And oh, and I haven't even figured in the colorings and all of that. I need to do that too, because, you know, it adds up a lot. Oh, and the frosting stuff, you know. Anyway, I need to have my coffee. I'll talk to you later. I think it's just one of those mornings. As I mentioned, I went ahead and placed the order for the baking supplies, and one of the items that I need for the lemon blueberry bread is not available in the size that I wanted, which means that the only size that's available is more expensive. So, you know, that drives my costs up. And here's the thing. So the initial agreement that I have with the market, he's actually profiting way more than me on it, like significantly. My costs are being covered, but he's probably getting 75% of the profit, or 80%. And maybe more once I get to the sugar cookies because of the other expenses. I'll have to do the percentages on all that as well, and you know, maybe I'll just take my laptop down there and show him, you know, what it is that I come up with. But or maybe I just won't bother, because if it you know, if it's something that interests people and he's making some profit on it, then, you know, that's a good thing, right? Because we want to help other people. And, you know, maybe it'll, you know, if it draws more people, and if they remember that they got this stuff there and they go back in there, you know, that's a good thing also. So, and I'm sure that he has regular people that come in there all the time, and they'll be able to see it. So, you know, when you buy one thing, you usually buy other things too. So it's definitely a win for him. And it gets my product out there. It's marketing costs. Remember, I got to remind myself, it's marketing costs. The cost of marketing. And my costs are covered at least on the banana bread. So I have a lot more to do. But with the change in the item, it made me think too that, you know, I probably shouldn't include the cost of a larger container on at least something like that, because that one particular item was it's like one of the specialty things, one of the specialty ingredients that goes into just that particular item. And so I'll just adjust my costs. I'll reduce the size that I'm purchasing and calculating everything on, and make sure that it's at the lower. And then, you know, if I end up getting a request for more, you know, let's say 3 or 4 loaves of that particular bread, then I can go ahead and buy the larger quantity, and then I can increase my own margin that way a little bit. Leave room for improvement. Leave room for improvement. I do actually enjoy the numbers part though. It's fun. It's fun. But yeah, I'm really looking at a thermal label. So I don't recall the one that I ended up focusing on most, but here's what I did is after finding one on Amazon, then I went to Google, and I asked Google, you know, like what would be the best scenario to work with my phone, because I noticed that some of them only worked with Wi-Fi, and some people were upset that they worked with Wi-Fi only and not, or that they only worked with Bluetooth and not Wi-Fi. And I'm like, I don't have Wi-Fi, so I want Bluetooth. So that sounds like more like something that I want. But there's one that works with the Android phones, and that's what it is that I want. And that's the one that does the shipping labels and everything. It comes, the cheapest one, it has different colors, but the cheapest color is, you know, there's a reason why these ugly colors are cheap. But it's also like, yeah, 30% cheaper. So you know, like it's a pink, but it's not even like a pretty pink. And I'm not a pink person, but it's an ugly pink. But I'm thinking printer pink. So the printer will be pink, and it won't match anything that I have. It's gonna stand out like a freaking sore thumb. But then I'll be able to see it, right? And I know some of these label things, they have like a little case. So if I can find like a black case to put it in, that would be best. Oh, and my delivery is on its way, so I should probably wrap this up. 2 bananas. 2 bananas. I ordered 2 bunches of bananas. The website says 5 to 7 bananas per bunch, at around like $1.19 per bunch. And then the wording on it says bananas single. So I'm gonna blame it on the website and not the nice delivery girl. But it looks like I'm walking the 2.5 miles up to the grocery store. And then another 2.5 miles back. Carrying things is okay as long as it's only like, you know, a couple bunches of bananas. I should be okay. It puts a lot of strain on my shoulder because the strap is here, whether it's pulling down on my shoulder or if I have it on either shoulder, and then it pulls down on my back, and it's just, but I'm not going to pay another, you know, $15 to have 2 bunches of bananas delivered. And, you know, I can use the exercise, so hi ho, it's off to the store I go.